Here he is.
Hey.
You seem a little calmer. Yes, I think I am. Sorry about before.
Well now.
You weren't wrong, Roland. The lad soon came to his senses. Right? Listen, all of you, I must go and visit my father's tomb. I need his diary. I need to get to know him better. Sounds good to me. Let's get going, shall we? Lead on, Evan. The father's truth. Head for the crypt of the Cat King. Yar, I ventured to Jack's frozen playground and risked frostbite just to snap this little beauty. 'Tis a cousin of the hedgehound, but with a thicker coat of fur and no spikes on its back. It's not a flashy beast, but it's got its own unique style, I'm sure you'll agree. This is a great picture. It's so cool. So it has no spikes on its back. Intriguing. I am more of a fan of the quiverine. Would it be possible to tame one of these? I'd love to stroke its fur, but I'd get eaten. The rottenest botanist. All manner of wonderful plants grow in the sea that are every bit as alluring as those that grow on dry land. The sight of this seaweed dancing in the ocean currents is delightful. There are also edible varieties called sea silk and swayweed, which are highly nutritious. Finally, aquatic plants deserve attention too. That pink one is really adorable. It really does look like a flower, doesn't it? Seaweed? Who eats seaweed? Ugh! This is the crypt of the Cat Kings, isn't it? I heard of this place. Yes, and only one who possesses the Mark of Kings can enter. Alright, in we go. Alright. You would think I could interact with something here, besides the loot, or objective. My father's possessions are all in here. His diary should be among them. Contain King Leonard's diary. Here it is, my father's diary. Well, what does it say, Mun? Let's see.
Do you remember the day I made you my Chancellor, Mausinger? The other ministers
were up in arms, but they dare not say so to my face. But I trusted in you. I could see the resolve in your eyes, the determination. You yearned to bury the differences between our kinds, just as I did. I trust in you still. I know that you will continue what we have started, and that you will succeed.
He trusted Mausinger. He had complete faith in him. So, Evan, what are you going to do now? I have to make Mausinger see the truth. I have to tell him what my father really thought of him. Sounds like a plan. Yes, assuming we can get him to talk. Let's head back to Evermore. I have a feeling we'll need to wait for our chance to present itself.
Oi!
King Evan, sire, a letter from Ding Dong Dell.
Huh?
From old Mausinger himself, is it? I knew it was just a matter of time.
Golly.
You planned this, didn't you, Roland?
Huh?
Planned what now, curse ye? You and your accursed scheming.
Oh, come on.
Oh, shush you. What does it say? To be delivered by hand. To His Radiant Majesty, King Evan Pettiwhisker Tildrum of Evermore. Tales of your great achievements continue to impress us. We'd be honored if you would visit us to discuss your growing union. Our border guards have been instructed to grant you free passage. Simply present the Mark of Kings as proof of your identity. Your eternal friend and servant, King Mausinger of Ding Dong Dell. He wants to make a trade for the Mark of Kings? Guess you knew it would make a pretty good bargaining chip all along, huh, Roland? It is a trap, of course. I don't think he's trying to disguise the fact. He knows we can't.
Aye.
For all his weasel words, 'tis not more in a challenge, and a brazen one at that. But it does mean that we can finally meet with him face to face. So let's off to Ding Dong Dell for a bit of the old international negotiations, is it? Tidy. I'll pack my negotiating shoes. Nemesis. This is a sketch I made in frozen land known as Jack Frost's Playground. I wish I could have spent more time on it, but my fingers were in danger of freezing. The air of mystery surrounding this strange crash site cannot be adequately described with words. It is a war machine from an ancient conflict. That is no sketch, it's wonderful. You can really feel the power of nature. This crash site has always fascinated me. Long may you continue to paint. I should very much like to visit this place.
If I may be so bold.
Evan, I cannot presume to know how you are feeling, but know that you have my deepest sympathies. All I would advise is that you do not let negative emotions cloud your judgment. The cycle of revenge is one best avoided.
Hey.
Evan, do you remember what Aranella said to you about you having a good heart and becoming the kindest king? Well, she was right. That heart of yours is your greatest asset. You can't afford to let anger or bitterness get the better of you. Never forget that. Evan, I'm not very good at this sort of thing, but I just wanted to say, don't get too downhearted, will you? I know we can do it. I know we can put a smile back on the faces of everyone at Ding Dong Dell.
Listen.
Evan, I know I'm kind of a latecomer to your kingdom and all, but I wanted to say that I knew 100% you're a great king. And I'm always here for you, whatever you need. We all are. Just say the word and we'll come running. You know, most folks would be spoiling for revenge if they were you, but you're different, lad. Still, don't go keeping it all in at the expense of your well-being now, will you? If you ever need a little cry, I'll swear I'll not tell a soul. Just don't expect me to wipe your nose for you.
Here goes nothing!
Alright, let's see if you can make that Mausinger blighter see some sense and get him to join us. You can do it, Evan, lad. Can I actually just warp there? The little dots are gone. It looks like I can now explore this region. a hit right before we go in. Doesn't look like it.
Oh!
King Evan, what are you doing back here? Ding Dong Dell's no place for a Grimalkin, not anymore.
Huh?
Surely not your king. You're Evan. What's all the commotion about? Wait, it isn't another cheese shortage, is it? Haven't you heard? We're saying Prince Evan's back. Honestly, I wish you'd think about something other than cheese. Prince Evan, what in the world are you doing here? Sure, the guards can't have let you in.
Yeah.
I know all about the circumstances of your departure from Ding Dong Dell, Your Majesty. It doesn't matter of historical record. Sure, you do not intend to stage a comeback. Chancellor Vermin always been like this? I always thought he seemed a bit timid, to be honest. You know what? I never really noticed him before he became Chancellor. It's hard to notice anyone else when Mausinger's around. Gosh, we're going back a while now, but yes, I remember the bard with... I guess this area leads to the slums. Wait a second, King Evan! Oh, thank goodness. Have you come back to save your fellow Grimalkin? Listen, that's really brave of you and everything, but please don't do anything stupid. Mausinger's is as wily as they come.
Begging your pardon.
Listen, Your Majesty, I hate to say this, but you should leave Ding Dong Dell right away. If Mausinger finds you, that will be the end of you.
Hey!
Please, King Evan, you must return to the palace. I fear you won't make it out alive this time.
Whoa!
King Evan, you're back. Hooray! Fresh fish for everyone.
Oh,
You might regret coming back here, Your Majesty, but King Mausinger would have them for garters if he finds you.
excuse me.
Your Majesty, you have to believe us. We Grimalkin haven't done anything wrong.
Oh.
Wait, you're King Evan. Wow, you're so cool going around in disguise rescuing people like that. You're amazing.
Yes.
Please, King Evan, we Grimalkin need you. We need you to persuade the mice and the humans that we're not the wicked creatures they take us for. King Evan, but I heard you've been killed during the coup. This is incredible. Well, I never thought you'd come back here. You've got more guts than I thought.
Whoa!
Goodness me, it's you! You must be shocked to see what has happened to your ancestral home. It has been a shock for me too. Grimalkin architecture is a vital part of Ding Dong Dell's history. I deplore all attempts to deface or destroy it.
Hello there.
You must come and see my latest design someday, Your Majesty. I think it might give you an insight into the way we mice think.
Hey.
Big news, they're saying that King Evan's come back to Ding Dong Dell. Maybe things are finally going to change around here. King Evan is back, but why? Why now?
Oh!
Surely not, it's King Evan. The ghost of King Evan has returned to haunt us. I don't think that's a ghost. I think it might really be him.
Hey.
What are you doing here? Why have you come back?
Excuse me.
You know anything about little squishy creatures, King Evan? There's one right here, and it feels like he's got some kind of special power.
Welcome. Please come again.
I have no hard feelings towards King Leonard. Indeed, I have none toward the Grimalkin at all. All the ones I've met are very fine people indeed. That doesn't alter the fact that life in this kingdom is much better with Mausinger on their throne. It would be dishonest of me to say otherwise.
Hey there!
Please, Prince Evan, you have to help us. You have to make King Mausinger see sense.
Whoa!
I can't believe it. King Evan, is it really you? How did you manage to avoid being captured by the guards? They're looking everywhere for you.
Gosh!
Are you Prince Evan? You're alive?
Huh.
Is that what this is all about? The Grimalkin are agitating to try and return you to the throne? Ha, pathetic. It seems a grand conflict between our races is unavoidable. I, for one, welcome a chance to assert the supremacy of Malskine once and for all. Prince Evan, have you come to get your revenge on King Mausinger?
So,
So the intruder everyone's talking about is you, King Evan. You haven't come to start a war or anything, have you? That very, like, so selfish.
Oh!
It's Prince Evan. You shouldn't have come back here, you know. King Mausinger is going to teach you a lesson. Yeah, I was trying to click on her. But Evan just, like, snuck past to open the door. Is it really true that King Evan's come back to Ding Dong Dell? I thought he was supposed to have been killed during King Mausinger's coup. He barely made it out alive, apparently, which makes it even odder that he'd risk coming back.
Whoa!
Prince Evan, I must say, you're the last person I expected to run into. Goodness me, is it really? Well, if it isn't our former lord and master, my word. Well, welcome back and everything, but don't expect me to call you your majesty. King Mausinger is in charge around here now. How pathetic. Dressing up like your beloved boy king won't bring him back, you know.
Huh?
Goodness me, are you King Evan? Why haven't you grown? I'd never have recognized you.
Hey!
Welcome back, your majesty. I have to say, I didn't think you'd ever come back to Ding Dong Dell again. Are you really him? Are you really King Evan? I don't believe it. How did you make it this far without being caught by the guards?
Welcome. Come back anytime.
Let's see here, Mark of Kings, the one true symbol of the Children line, and the key to various places in the kingdom.
oi!
What do you want, eh? Wait, King Evan.
Oh my!
Please, you must forgive my atrocious manners, your majesty. King Mausinger has asked us to extend you the most cordial of welcomes. He wishes you to be informed that he awaits you eagerly in the throne room. I know the way.
Oh,
Of course. I'll just stay right here and carry on, guarding. King Mausinger is expecting you. Don't keep him waiting. He's in the throne room.
good day.
So he came back. I never expected that. Oh, ignore me. I'm just talking to myself. It's been such a long time.
Oi!
Snap out of it, Evan lad. You've got some Mausinger wrangling to be getting on with. Let's hurry up and get him to sign your declaration, shall we?
Golly.
I never thought I'd see the day when I came to Ding Dong Dell Castle as ruler of another kingdom.
Hey!
I received a report that a suspicious character in a hood had been spotted. I never thought it would be you. Well, look who it is. The boy who abandoned his kingdom at the first sign of trouble. Forgive me if I don't take you entirely seriously.
Huh?
King Evan, why in the world would you come back here after Aranella went to all the trouble of helping you escape?
Excuse me?
Please be careful, your majesty. Aranella gave her life in order to save yours. You must not risk it without good cause. We have to go to the throne room. I have to face Mausinger.
Yes.
I know you can bring King Mausinger to his senses, Master Evan. I just know you can.
Hey!
Hey, have you heard? They say King Evan's back in Ding Dong Dell. I hope he'll be alright. I mean, he barely got out alive last time. I know, you'd think he'd be better off living a peaceful life in his new kingdom. I see all the blue dots. Okay, I think I got everybody on this side. I always knew Grimalkin were stupid. Wandering around enemy territory like this, he must be the most stupid Grimalkin of all. Oh, well, so you decided to come back, did you? I suppose I'd better warn you then. If war breaks out between our kingdoms, we won't be showing you any mercy. Quite the opposite, in fact.
All right.
Have to be strong now, Evan. You need to show these people you're not the kid you used to be.
Oh, hello.
Listen, Evan, if you want to escape, now's your chance. I won't tell anyone, I promise. Oh, that's nice. Core, my heart's going to 10 to the dozen. No wonder. I suppose it's showdown time after all.
Greetings.
Your Majesty, it has been too long. Ah, and I see that Roland is with you. I must thank you again for exposing our susceptibilities to infiltration so thoroughly, Mr. Crane. And did you bring the Mark of Kings as requested? Don't panic, it's right here.
Excuse me?
King Mausinger, I've come to speak with you as the leader of one nation to another.
Ha!
Ah, yes, I must commend you on your new realm, and on your persistence. Having failed so abjectly to rule at the first attempt, you would be forgiven for not trying again. I promised Aranella. I said I would build a kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after. And you mean to do this by convincing others to sign your pathetic little pact, I understand. A fine plan for a naive child. It's not. The Declaration of Interdependence is... Your Majesty, I must insist that you humor the boy's nonsense for not a moment longer. Abandon this pretense. You do not mean to forge an alliance of equals. You mean to bend our kind to your will, just as your father did before you.
Oh no!
Your motives are painfully transparent, but His Majesty will not countenance such foolishness. Those days are long gone. There will be no pact. Mousekind will submit to the will of the Grimalkin no more.
King Mausinger, please, we have to stop this before it's too late. I see now why you overthrew me. So much has happened between our two kinds. But we can't let it go on. We have to bring the hatred between our peoples to an end.
And what would you know of hatred, boy? Of the taste of shame, of the humiliation of servitude. The line of the Tildrams ends here, today, at my hand. Oh, how long I have waited for this.
King Mausinger, despot of Ding Dong Dell.
Ding Dong Dell will never be yours! Never!
Come,
How do you like
children!
this?
It is time to reach your fate!
I've had to actually attack him several times because I can do so much damage
You will
that
cease and desist!
the battle interrupts his dialogue. So I've equipped my characters with the weakest possible defensive No, we have to stop this. I didn't come here to fight him. There you die. Ding Dong Dell faces a brighter, better future without you. Curse you and all your wretched kind. Burn! We'll never be able to get close to him now. Yep, that's a bear and a half, that is, man. There's no way your ordinary attack's getting through that. You'll need to get your Higgledy boys to charge you up good and proper.
I'm counting on you.
think I'll listen to you after all your kind is done? No, you will perish and all your cat kind with you.
But...
No, you don't know what you're saying. I cannot.
You will cease and desist!
I must defeat you for the sake of Mausinger.
Humiliated by 2 generations of the same accursed line. Damn you, Tildrum, and all your kind.
We don't have to do this, Mausinger. I didn't come here to fight you. I don't want to fight you.
Come, Your Majesty. You cannot simply bow to defeat. If you do not destroy these worms, our people will never be safe. They will never be free.
Free? Yes, we must be free.
But not like this. Don't listen to him.
Every last Grimalkin must die! Come, Oakenheart! Come to me! My Kingspawn! Who are you?
I had thought this tedium would never end.
At last it is done, Master.
Vermine.
I hope you can forgive me, Your Majesty. Even I must confess to feeling some small pang of guilt at having encouraged you to slay your dearest friend and patron. But you should not have so readily taken my word over King Leonard's. Those who claim that blood runs thicker than water grossly overstate the case, my beloved fellow mouse.
No!
In truth, your precious king was too nauseatingly good-natured to betray you, to contemplate anything so base as manipulating you into keeping our kind in check. And more fool him, as you are so very easy to manipulate.
Vermine. How could you?
How could I betray my master? How could you be so foolish as to ask such a question? And now, Lord Doloran, I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. My price was the kingdom, if you recall. I hereby claim it.
Yes, of course. You must be rewarded for your faithful service.
What? Oh.
Doloran, what have you done to him?
I have repaid the debt of a traitor, and not a moment too soon. This accursed kingdom. Not only was its ruler too pure-hearted to succumb to my corruption, even his closest aide proved immune to my advances. In the end, I was forced to settle for this contemptible worm. I have wasted so much precious time. But at last, my plan is complete. What a pity you will not be present to witness its glorious fruition!
Oakenheart! Has it really come to this?
Wait! You needn't do this alone. We'll fight him together.
Oakenheart, the Woods Walker.
Careful, everyone! Say good.
Whatever them flowers are pumping out, it ain't good.
Avoid the Polony stuff and bash them blues. What are these chasey little numbers about, huh? Well, best not find out, eh? Run away! All together now!
Get a bunch of them together, and they'll help your son.
Spirits! Oh, bang it!
There's lovely. A windproof barrier. Try that poison and pollen nonsense now, gusty breath.
Oi! Looks like that's had the desired effect. Go for his other legs.
Evan, be careful. Oakenheart is mustering his strength for a powerful attack.
You cannot give up yet!
To me, I can protect you. Quickly.
No!
Ding Dong Dell is doomed. I have doomed it. For my Kingsmont to have been plucked from me so easily. It was not fit to rule. It was not strong enough. Take my life, Todrun. It is your right. You must avenge your father. No, Mausinger. There'll be no more needless death. And this kingdom is not doomed. It will rise again, and will do so because its people work together to rebuild it, cat and mouse, hand in hand. My father trusted you. You cannot fail him now.
It says... He believed in me. And I... What have I done?
Mausinger, my dearest friend.
Your Majesty,
Be still, Mausinger. I forgive you. Our two kinds have borne each other ill will since time immemorial. The rift between us could not be healed so easily. It was a distance that could only ever be closed one step at a time. But close it shall. One day, we will stand together, hand in hand at last, all thoughts of oppression consigned to history. And you, Mausinger, you will bring this about.
But Your Majesty, why would you trust in one who had failed you so utterly, and whose hand you...
I always trusted you, old friend, and I always will. You see far, further than I ever could. You are a maker of plans, a doer of deeds, a true ruler. Yet there remains in you a lingering shadow of doubt. Doubt in others, born of doubt in yourself. A king must learn to trust his own judgment.
A king? You mean that you still think me worthy?
Who better to rule over the realm I love than one who loves it just as fiercely.
If it please you, Your Majesty.
It does. And now, I must be on my way. When next we meet, I would have you tell me the tale of a kingdom made great by its wise and benevolent ruler.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Farewell, Mausinger. I leave Ding Dong Dell in your hands. Do not fail me. Become a true king. Watch over the land we both love so well.
I will not fail you, old friend.
You had no words for your son. Of course, while I knew the game mechanics wouldn't allow for you to have Ding Dong Dell, it's ridiculous he still gives it to Mausinger.
King Mausinger, I humbly propose that a pact be made between our realms. Will you sign the Declaration of Interdependence?
It is what your father would have wanted, for our two kingdoms to stand as one. And so it shall be.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Let us work together to make a better, more peaceful world.
You have come far, son of Leonard. I will gladly stand beside you, and I will make Ding Dong Dell a kingdom where all races can stand beside one another. The enmity of generations will divide us no longer. I salute you, Evan, Lord of Evermore.
Objective updated. Ding Dong Dell joins the Union. I guess I can't leave. As for the Mark of Kings, I will entrust it to your keeping until such time as the matter of the Horde has been resolved. You may have need of it yet.
Thank you.
I hope that I will be able to return it to you very soon. Very good. Now, I am ready when you are. Let us swear our pact.
Let our nations be joined for the sake of the world.
Let the banners of war ne'er again be unfurled.
United we stand as one single land.
And sure enough, Ding Dong Dell began to change from that day forth. No longer did catkind cower beneath the ground in fear of tyranny. Instead, the Grimalkins stepped out into the sun and saw their brother mice as if for the first time. And the hatred that had divided them for so long melted away like so much snow. Well, perhaps not entirely, but these things take time.
The declaration's finished, Evan. You did it.
And we made peace with Mausinger too, which is something. But his king's bond was stolen, and Doloran really does mean to resurrect the Horned One.
So what if he does? You'll be ready to face him. You'll overcome this trial, just like all the others. After all, if you can as good as unite the whole world, you can do anything.
You're right.
But it's not over yet. And this last part isn't going to be easy.
The time has come. All four king's bonds belong to me.
Something's not right. What the flip's wrong with you, Mun? Pull yourself together.
Chapter 9. To be a king.
Roland! What?
The heck is going on? I'm okay. Anyway, never mind me. Did you see that sky? Batu and the others went out on patrol over that way, didn't they?
Gosh.
Yes, they did.
It's torn the very sea asunder.
Is that a kingmaker? If it is, it's the biggest I've ever seen.
The Horned One has returned to us at last. Now, the people of this pathetic world shall give their souls to bring my beloved Alessandra back to me. More citizens for my kingdom, more power for my king's bond, and with every soul I steal, the more glorious my realm will become.
Ahoy there!
Here we are, Your Majesty, back in one piece, near enough.
Forgive me.
I'm afraid we have some rather troubling news to impart. We sure do, but I think you've probably guessed what it is. It's hard to believe, but my sources assure me it's true. Evan has actually got Ding Dong Dell to join forces with him and become part of the Union. Yes, you heard that right. Evan has buried the hatchet with Mausinger and added his old kingdom to the Union. This cannot be true. Is the 4 great kingdoms are united? Well, technically 5 great kingdoms now. Am I dreaming? King Evan is amazing. How does he do it? Does this mean there'll be no more war? Yes, an era of cooperation has surely dawned. It seems the world really is coming together. This still hasn't quite sunk in. Joining the Union has been good for Goldfall. Welcome back to my occasional look at folks with talent to spare. This time around, I would like to introduce you to Ya Pi, a military maestro who always keeps his cool in the heat of battle. He's a real inspiration for aspiring swordsmen everywhere. Goodness, what a dashing young man. Ha! What are good looks in battle? Ya Pi is a formidable fighter, I assure you. Well, either way, he's still very dashing. Truly, I'm green with envy. Next bright star I would like to make the acquaintance of is an agricultural expert by the name of Lady Trudy. She burns with ambition to have the finest farm in the whole of the Five Kingdoms, but she has the verve and grit to actually make it happen. She looks very grand indeed. It is a fine thing to be ambitious. I was starstruck as I approached the goddess of good luck at the Lucky Stars Casino and asked her if I could take a picture. Her many admirers glared at me, but they needn't have worried. She gave me my picture and then ordered me never to speak to her again. She has such a beautiful eye. This lady definitely takes no nonsense. She is far too beautiful for the likes of me. She is truly a paragon of canine charm. I would propose to her if I had the nerve, but not be brave enough to speak to her. Well done for getting a picture of her. I'm sure she is even more radiant in person. You know, I'm still not feeling too great. You should go and speak with Batu and the others, see what they managed to find out. Whatever it is that horned one's pumping out, it's proper horrible, man. You can feel it all the way over by ear. Core, am I ever relieved everyone made it back in one piece? So that thing was Allegoria's Kingmaker. I guess it's no surprise that things didn't exactly work out for them.
Ridiculous.
Can a monstrosity such as that truly be suffered to bear the noble name of Kingmaker? So the Horned One really has returned. Indeed, we encountered the creature in the skies above the Blackened Isle. I recorded it in a memolith. You need to see this. It appeared along with a large landmass, which we can only assume to be the continent that was lost when the Horned One was sealed away. It's enormous. Look, it's Longfang! Not just Longfang, lad. The whole blessed lot they're there. Brian Scammer, Bastion, and Oakenheart too. It is a veritable Kingmakers conference. But there's something different in their bearing. They're not true Kingmakers. They are facsimiles, created through the power of the stolen King's bonds, I would assume. Well, whatever they are, they create some kind of barrier to protect the Horned One. Indeed, the moment the barrier was raised, the fiend began absorbing a succession of spheres of pure light.
What the?
Spheres of... what could they be? If you will give me just a moment, Roland. Scant moments after absorbing the first of these spheres, the Horned One began to expel a great cloud of black creatures. Yeah, and they went flying off in every direction. Luckily, not too many of them are headed this way. Oh, they look horrible.
Now,
as to the nature of these spheres of light, it is my belief that they were souls, distillations of the very essence of life. The Horned One is absorbing the souls of the people of the world and transforming them, enslaving them.
Oh my!
That's awful. You remember what Doloran did to Vermine? When the life was leached from him? When he became little more than a walking corpse? This is what happens when a person's soul is stolen. And you're saying that's happening to people all over the world, even as we speak. They're being turned into the living dead. How can we turn them back?
well,
I cannot say for certain, but there must surely be a way. And how come there are none around these parts that have their souls taken hostage, I ask ye? I think we may have Lofty to thank for that.
No, man.
Yeah, me? Ain't done nothing, man. Nothing, I swear. You didn't have to. What's the one thing our nation has that the others don't anymore? That's right, a Kingmaker. The bond between you and Evan is still strong. That means we're protected.
Yeah!
Not bad, Mr. Kingmaker. Not bad.
In it, though.
Reckon I had a little inkling it might be something like that. Stands to reason, done it. Me being all important in that. But why has he done all this? Why would he be so desperate to bring the Horned One back in the first place? I believe I can help you there. Your Majesty! You must forgive the intrusion, Evan, circumstances being what they are. Not at all. You're very welcome.
Now,
On the subject of who Deloran is and what exactly he might want, I believe I have some information that may clarify things a little further. 2,000 years ago, he was the ruler of a nation known as Allegoria, and he made a pact with the Horned One. Though his was a small and insignificant kingdom, by enlisting the aid of such a kingmaker, he thought to make Allegoria great, to bend this singular evil to his will. That tallies with what Niall told us back when we first learned about Doloran. But things did not go according to plan. Instead, a terrible tragedy befell the realm. Far from growing great, it disappeared from the world entirely. It is believed that he was unable to contain the fiend's all-consuming corruption, and that the entire continent Allegoria stood upon was spirited away to a place between worlds. Whatever happened, Doloran would appear to be determined to revive this vanished flame.
What?
But why? Why would he want to bring it back after all these years? I don't know, but I think I understand why he needed all those King's Bonds now. Without them, he couldn't hope to control something so powerful. Well, whether we have an inkling as to why or not, I'd say the Swab's wish is more and a little close to coming true. Where a kingdom-sized chunk of land appeared alongside that great creature, that's for certain. But if Doloran's got what he wanted, why would he be stealing everyone's souls? He needs followers, subjects. The more powerful he grows, the more powerful his kingmaker grows in turn. And one whose ambitions stretch as far as enlisting the aid of such an utterly evil being will surely not be satisfied with merely recovering his lost realm. No. Now that he has the means at his command, it would seem he intends to bring all the peoples of the world under his dark dominion. So he wants to take over the whole world. Well, we can't let him. We won't.
Yeah.
And how exactly are we supposed to stop him? You saw the size of the mountain with spikes he causes Kingmaker, didn't you? There is one possibility. Mornstar, the sword said to have sealed away the Horned One's evil all those centuries ago. Mornstar? Alas, its whereabouts are no longer known. But there is yet time. The great evil gathers its forces still. If the sword can be found before it reaches its full strength, we may yet stand a chance. But how do we find it if nobody knows where it is? How indeed. Any tale 2 millennia in the making will almost certainly be more fantasy than fact by now, and surely no records of the time remain. 2,000 years, huh? I think we might know just where to find records from that far back, don't you, Evan? Oh, Of course, the library in Goldpaw. You're right. If anything from back then did survive, you can bet Bali will know about it. But it seems we have a plan of action. We will inform the rulers of the other realms of all that has come to pass. We will rally them to the cause and make ready to take the Horned One by force. We will seek out further clues as to Mornstar's whereabouts. All right. Very well. Until we meet again.
Let's see now.
Righto, it's off to see old Jolly Wobbles. Hold tight, Bodley, my love. I'm coming. Did you see what I just saw? This huge thing just fell from the sky. I don't know about you, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Just when things were looking up for the world. I felt the ground shake. What's happening? It seemed to fall into the ocean. Whatever it is, I can see it from here. What's going on? Someone? Anyone? This is totally freaking me out. Could this really be the end? We're doomed. Doomed, I tell you. As soon as anybody hears more, post it here. This had to happen on my day off. At long last, the Grimalkin are free to walk around without fear of being attacked. I will never forget what Mausinger did to King Leonard. But if Evan can forgive him, then perhaps one day I can too. Finally, I can go back to my home. There are even Grimalkin guards again. Does this mean the kingdom's safe to visit? Of course it is. We are not at war, you know. Maybe you can forgive Mausinger, but I can't. Ever since King Leonard was overthrown, Ever since King Leonard was overthrown, I have been plying my trade in Cloudcoil Canyon, but finally it seems I can return to Ding Dong Dell. I'd like to thank all my loyal Cloudcoil Canyon customers. I hope you'll pay me a visit at Swift Solutions.
Well,
There's nothing in the historical record to suggest that the kingdom subjects look this way. I strongly suspect that the dark power of the Horned One is warping their appearance.
Oi!
Leander, are those horrible things really the people of Allegoria? Yar, I suppose the good folks of Goldpaw like their writing to be done on stone. Seems a good idea to me. I have an awful habit of tearing any piece of paper I've ever tried to write on. Mind you, them stone tablets ain't indestructible neither. Why, I can smash one of the blessed things to smithereens with one hand. Back to the library, huh? Which means we're searching through stone tablets. Gah, just thinking about moving those things around makes my arms tired. Why did I have to write that stuff on those lumps of rock anyhow? And I heard they're still doing it too. What's wrong with paper, huh? Feel free to hang back there, tough guy. Word is the Horned One's as evil as they come. I don't know how he managed to earn a reputation like that, but I ain't mad keen on finding out neither.